So-called #1 beauty, beautiful general, and pillar of the court, I will make your...
A jealous woman's vow to destroy the court's pillar.
Betrayed by those I spent years protecting. Her venomous words began my hell.
The emperor, the man Shen Shu helped to the throne, arrived not with justice, but with a cold heart.
Looking at Xuan Tianming, I realized my years of loyalty meant nothing compared to a few staged tears.
Xuan Tianming's suspicion was a blade that cut deeper than any enemy's sword.
I stood my ground, even as the man I once trusted demanded a confession for a crime I never committed.
Jing struck.
Betrayal.
宪军，你怎么回事啊？你本来就马虎，现在还如此烂似的，你当我事你赔得起吗？哎呦，思想，你别生气。
The emperor's obsession blinded him.
My pleas only fueled his rage.
都嫌工作太轻松了是吗？发生什么事了？
Inside, sickening affection awaited.
They played while I suffered.
Xuan Tianming wanted to humiliate her.
He accused me of having a lover.
Then came the final blow, a pendant.
A trap. He had already decided.
思乔，你那个驾照，驾照我已经找到了，是我放在别的地方忘记了。哎，那就好。我说我怎么一顿都没找着。姐娘，你知道顾时宴吗？
当然知道啊，
认识的。
顾时宴嘛，那新城首富谁不认识？
A choice that cost everything.
I begged to save his life.
休息啊！
哎呀，行行行，你记得把门关上啊。
知道了。
Feng Qingcheng gloated over the fall.
She called me a dog. I remained a woman.
陆总，这样不是显得你对人家上心吗？
你最好快点，我下午还有个会。
The emperor, fueled by jealousy and lies, finally snapped.
I was dragged out like a common criminal. The palace I built was now my prison.
干一个吧！来，干一个！来。
The sentence was passed. Shen was no more.
Banished and stripped, but still alive.
真是坏心龌龊，无耻之人。
您已偏离目标路线。
怎么回事？
In the temple, the truth emerged.
She ruined my life and was proud.
对了，麻烦您帮我把工箱钳进来。不是这把，是那把尖嘴钳。哎呀，就是那个。
He won't listen.
I'll tear it down.
Shen Shu is trapped in a temple, but her mind is already back in the palace.
老板今天找这么多代驾干嘛呀？这是第几个？找来了也不用，难道代驾也要合眼缘
I was trapped in a temple, but my mind was already back in the palace, reliving the moment my world shattered. Feng Qingcheng stood before me, her face a mask of triumph, as she confessed to a crime so heinous it defied belief.
She had sacrificed her own child, an innocent life, just to ensure the emperor's trust in me was destroyed forever. I thought she was just cruel, but she is a monster who would kill her own blood just to see me fall.
She used her power to silence the truth.
The general was treated like a criminal.
She lured Prince Jing into a scandalous trap.
Seeing him suffer was worse than any pain.
这次你身边没有浮夸使者。
Xuan Tianming burst in, his suspicion confirmed.
He saw a traitor, not a victim.
The emperor's departure was a death sentence.
My heart hardened into a blade for revenge.
这里随便件衣服都要几千块，像你这样穷光蛋，看着买得起。你这导光你怎么说话的呀？
Loyalty meant nothing against the queen's lies.
I was no longer a general, but a creature.
跟你说没钱打电话，别给我打电话。
Afterlife seemed the only escape from this nightmare.
I wanted peace, but even death was forbidden.
The confrontation was now about survival and blood.
I will make him pay for every drop spilled.
一整晚拉了个脸，是结婚呢，是喜事儿。
既然是喜事儿，那你先。
The decree was final. Humiliated and banished.
A cornered general is a dangerous enemy.
说吧，什么事儿？
麻烦您帮我开下后备箱吧，我电瓶车还在后边。
Feng Qingcheng aimed for my face.
She underestimated the strength I still have.
The Empress Dowager stepped into the light.
Her voice shattered Feng Qingcheng's arrogance.
The tables were turning unexpectedly.
I will use this chance to reclaim my honor.
Can she survive the Emperor's gilded cage?
顾总，您之前不是说要开发一个代驾 APP？
The Empress Dowager's proposal has reopened the gates of the palace for Shen Shu, but Feng Qingcheng is already busy turning that gateway into a trap. She wastes no time poisoning the Dowager's mind, painting Shen Shu as a traitor who shared more than just a political alliance with the late Prince Jing.
I stood there, a silent target in their game of whispers. Feng Qingcheng's voice dripped with fake concern, but her intent was clear to bury me under the weight of a dead man's shadow before I could even take a breath of freedom.
个人信息给你。还有啊，注册的车主只能用我一个。
又是奸人，顾总怎么对这个女人这么上心啊？家里那位梁小姐又是怎么回事？
She suggests a ghost marriage to bury her alive.
A clever way to discard me forever.
The Emperor demands total control, not trust.
He treats me like property. I'd rather die.
He exiles her to Ganye Temple as a nun.
He thinks a temple will break my spirit.
Feng Qingcheng believes she has her rival now.
Being closer makes it easier to find evidence.
Warnings fall on deaf ears in the palace.
He locks me away while the enemy remains.
真是太好了，谢谢你，顾总，你简直是我的救命。
The physician's diagnosis sends a shockwave.
Pregnant, a child is now a target.
不是，也不知道他现。
The Emperor immediately questions paternity.
His doubt is a blade aimed at my child.
咱进去聊。
She aims to pin the child on Prince Jing.
She turns my pregnancy into treason.
王总，好久没听您唱歌了。
His jealousy turns into a death sentence. He's ready to kill his own flesh and blood. He orders the termination of the pregnancy. He is a monster, sentencing our child to death. The Empress Dowager demands their safety. She is my only sanctuary in this storm. Ministers demand Shen Shu's execution. The court has become a slaughterhouse. The king of Shixia wants to marry Shen Shu. Shixia, this is a move I never expected. He refuses to let her go, risking war. His possessiveness is a burning cage. Will this proposal be her salvation or end? The proposal sparks more jealousy. He has turned into my cold jailer. While the emperor rages in the inner palace, the imperial court is already sharpening its knives. The ministers see Shen Shu not as a person, but as a convenient bargaining chip to secure a fragile peace with Western Xia. General Mubai brings news of the emperor. I am being sold to save a shaky throne. She gloats. She's won? Feng Qingcheng demands total submission. She forces me to my knees. Murderous duty. I will protect my baby. While I fight for survival, Feng Qingcheng is busy rewriting history in Xuan Tianming's mind. She turns his drunken guilt into a leash, ensuring his loyalty is tied to her lies. The final trap is set with precision. She's burying me in his rage. Xuan Tianming arrives for the performance. He only sees her blood, not the truth. Evidence is whatever the emperor believes. I scream the truth, but he heard lies. A life hangs in balance. I beg for a miracle to save my baby. Will the child survive this final blow? The child's life hangs by a thread as the palace descends into chaos, but Xuan Tianming is still blinded by his misplaced rage. He doesn't see the blood of his own kin. He only sees the woman he blames for his empress's collapse.
He wants to drag me down to hell with her.
The price is Shen Shu's life and freedom. My love was the greatest mistake of my life. Shen Shu prepares for her final act. Today, the woman who loved you dies. The dagger becomes her only escape. I will die before I am sold. Light fades from her eyes.
I am so tired of this palace.
走吧。
The woman he tormented finds peace in death. Too late, he realizes his pride cost him everything. She finds only a cold, broken man. He decrees her burial in the imperial tombs. The ache in his heart is a truth he can't execute. 3 years later, she lives in the shadow of a ghost. From the sands of Shixia, a new storm approaches. Zhuge has come to reclaim what was stolen. Will she seek justice or let hatred consume all? Zhuge returns. The woman died. Xixia offers a cage built on a lie. A lie is the only shield I have left. I must be careful, even the walls have ears. Shen Shu is looking for a reckoning. I will make them feel every ounce of pain. A marriage back to the man who destroyed her. I've been dreaming of this moment. At the grand banquet, the emperor is haunted by a familiar grace. He stares at the princess of Western Xia, searching for the soul of the woman he executed. Does this face bother you? Xuan Tianming, you look like you've seen a ghost. Good. I want you to feel that chill in your bones every time I smile. He thinks he's found a replacement for his guilt. I'll bow until I can tear his heart out. She is a weapon, a pact in shadows. The woman who stole her life is within reach. I'll make sure her fall is agonizing. The wedding night is a cold affair. He clings to the memory of the woman he murdered. He insults her. unaware they are the same. I'll take his dignity out of spite. She uses a drug to bypass his defenses. I need him trapped in a passion he can't explain. Deadly endgame. I'll discard him. Confused, he falls deeper.
He pays for his downfall.
The game has begun. The Game of Thrones has indeed begun, and the Empress wastes no time setting her snare as the palace whispers grow louder. Feng Qingcheng thinks she can break me with her status. She doesn't realize I've already died once, I have nothing left to fear. The Emperor intervenes, he sees the monster. The confrontation escalates as the Emperor demands the truth, forcing the palace servants to choose between a fading power and a rising star. I prepare the blow with a piece of jewelry. It's the last shred of trust he had in her. The master of the palace is now a prisoner. This is just the first payment on her debt. His curiosity digs into the past.
I have to be perfect, or I'll be exiled.
He tries to bind me with threats and titles. I will exploit his obsession until he crumbles.
I've already lived through hell.
Reminder of blood.
Game not over.
Behind the Emperor's back, a new alliance forms in the shadows of the palace, fueled by a shared hatred for the man on the throne. The Empress Dowager wants a weapon, and I am more than happy to be the blade that cuts through his arrogance. The Empress fails to understand the Emperor. The truth is, whatever I say it is. Chessboard battle.
Steps toward his fall.
The past surfaces. The pieces are moving, and the shadows of 3 years ago are stretching long across this palace floor. Xuan Tianming looks at me, and I can feel the mask I've carefully crafted beginning to tremble under the weight of his suspicion. He stares at my hands on the chessboard as if searching for a ghost. Every move I make is a gamble. A desperate attempt to stay one step ahead of the man who once held my heart and then shattered it. I am Zhuge now, a princess from the West, yet his voice still has the power to make my blood run cold. I must be perfect, or this game ends in my execution. A bloody banquet. I'll give her a show, a battle of wits.
The Duke's arrival.
The Duke's presence exposes the cracks in the Empress's story, turning her interrogation into a desperate scramble for an excuse. The Dowager arrives. Let her rage work. One accusation is all it takes to shift the Empress Dowager's protection from the Queen to the Princess. The tide is finally turning. Feng Qingcheng's arrogance is finally met with a force she cannot manipulate. The Empress Dowager demands a price for the blood spilled in her palace. Watching the woman who once looked down on me from her throne be forced to the floor is a sweetness I can barely contain. This is just the beginning of her fall. The Emperor is looking for order through blood. He turns the palace into a cage for her. The hunt begins.